started raining really heavy. So I'm really sorry if you can hear that. I also have the dryer on in the background, so it's fine. I wanted to do my base routine, or a base routine, you know. I tend not to stick to the exact same thing every time, just because I have so many different products and I feel like they all kind of get used differently. So this is just a routine of putting things on my face, but not necessarily my eyes. That may come, I don't really know yet. So let's start with foundation. This is what we're working with. I have things happening, pores that you can't really tell on this camera. Yeah, that's my face. I also apologize about the lighting situation. That's just unavoidable right this second. Now I was going to use Urban Decay, but it's a lot more matte. It's a lot more matte than I remember. So we're going to use NYX because I want dewy. This one. I don't mind it. It's quite nice. Is it amazing? No. But you know, it's nice. Possibly also a little bit too light, but that's fine. It's okay. That's what bronzer is for. I wanted to do this, even though I'm pretty sure nobody's really interested. Just because I quite like doing my base. I find that, I don't know, it's more enjoyable to me because I think a good base makes me feel better about myself more than good eyeshadow does. Like, I feel pretty when I have a good face. But eyeshadow is just like, wow, you've got some cool colors on your eyeballs. Great job. But what about that? Doesn't fix that, does it? So I'm just beating that into my head. I have a mirror here, which is why I'm looking in this direction. I don't really like bringing it all the way down my lid, just because I find that interferes with my primer and my eyeshadow too much when I do get to that stage. Sorry about the light. So I'll kind of like bring it down here just to kind of blend that all the way in when I do end up putting stuff there. It doesn't look like just eyeshadow and then bare skin and then foundation, you know what I mean? I'm sure that makes sense to everybody. I like using a brush, but I find it doesn't always give me perfect application. So I will go over with a sponge. I personally really like the Dose of Color sponge. I think this is the normal size. I think they do like a jumbo. I'm pretty sure this is just the regular one. I mean, obviously it's wet, so like it's quite large, but it was really cheap. Cheaper than, you know, that other brand that I don't want to name because we don't support them here. If I could stop turning literally white. But yeah, I quite like this sponge. It's very soft. Very soft. I think actually softer than that other brand. Do I even have their sponges still? No, I did, but we've upgraded since then. I do also have Spectrum. So if you know anything, if you use like Spectrum sponges, much softer than that. Also, potentially more porous. You literally can't tell. I'm just gonna put that down. Do you ever like do your face and then your nose starts itching? So I just gonna do that until it stops itching. Now my goal here is to try and do this in one take without having to cut any bits out. I don't know why I've set that goal for myself, but I have. So we're gonna try and do that. Which means I'm gonna be really awkward, which I'm sure I have been already. And that's just, it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. So that's that. I might add a wee bit more just on the actual sponge itself, because this is more of your kind of light to medium, low medium coverage, which I do like every day. But I'm gonna just put a little bit more anyway. Looks like a lot actually. I might have put too much, but it's really hard to get back in the bottle. It's fine. As for primer, I'm not really a primer person. I'm kind of a skincare is primer kind of person, you know. So just a good moisturizer and SPF. Though the SPF that I am using right now is the ultraviolet Supreme Screen one, which is like the hydrating one, which is marketed to be like a decent primer. So I guess, I don't know if you want to consider it a primer, I use that. I do have a Supergoop one that I've just got, but I'm nearly out of this one, so I figure I'll just use it up. It's quite nice. It's quite nice. SPF 50. It's Australian, I believe. Kind of expensive though. I'm not sure it's worth that price point, but it is nice. You know, it is nice. And it kind of did the job in making me be more consistent in applying SPF before my makeup, or just every day in general, because I was kind of not being very good at that. And I figured if I'm going to spend all that money on SPF, I'm going to use it. My face. Itchy. Itchy. Smack it. Bronzer. We're gonna do NARS bronzing cream. If I can not drop it. I bought this on a whim. Really enjoy it. Though the last couple of times I've tried to film with it, it's not looked that nice. So maybe it's one of those like you can't watch it. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. Never mind. And I find it's like I think it's supposed to be like a cream to powder kind of situation, so it dries down kind of matte. Which I do find to be more or less true, but as you can see, it's got a little bit of a glow. But that could also just be the foundation. But it's nice, you know, you do like a little bit at a time. It's not super pigmented, but I just find it has the most natural kind of finish and effect if you kind of do it slowly. You know? You don't have to worry about it like picking up foundation around the edges and things. Just a little bit. So it kind of goes on dark and then you blend it out. This is probably not the right brush for that, but it's what I've been using because it's kind of all I had that was clean at the time when I first used this, and then I've just been using it ever since. I've since bought new face brushes. I don't really know what to use them all for because they're shapes that I haven't used on my face before. They look like big eyeshadow brushes, like the shapes. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to play around with that. I quite like doing my face products kind of up here. I don't know if it's the right placement for my face shape, but it works well with the kind of eyeshadow I like to apply on myself, which is very blown out and smoky. And I like to do that like blush draping thing where you like bring out the eyeshadow and you bring it down, blends in with the blush. I like doing that. And I just, you know, it all just ties together nicely. Now this is just going back over with my foundation brush just to kind of blend out the edges and like making sure that doesn't come down too low. I was gonna do contour, but I think I really feel like it. Should I? I don't know. Maybe just a little bit? I'll do a little bit. Okay. Fenty, Amber, Matchstick. Just a little bit. Did I even do that in the same spot? More or less. This is one of the new brushes. See what I mean? It just looks like a giant eyeshadow brush. Do a little soft blend and then push it up because you don't want it to come down too far. And drag my whole face down. It's already big. Is that a cheekbone? That's a cheekbone. See that? That's a whole cheekbone. And I'm gonna just go over that with my bronzer brush, not with any more product, just kind of what's left on there, just to blend that in a wee bit more. Blend up. I was a bit slow to the Fenty Matchstick trend club bandwagon, but it's interesting because I recommended it to my best friend because she's pale as fuck and she lives like in another state, so I rarely see her, but she had it there because I made her buy it. And then I tried it on her, like I put it on her and I was like, this is beautiful. And then I didn't buy it. Even though I was like, I need this, I didn't buy it. But I bought it, I did eventually. I'm a believer. I'm a believer. Cute. She's lightly bronzed, lightly sculpted. Okay. Now blush. Blush. I have a lot of blush, mostly cream. I asked my friends in my study server to pick one, so this is just the one that we're going with. This is, I think this is from the Face Shop. It doesn't say that on there, but it's just a little cushiony situation that looks scary there, but it's not scary on. It does come with one of those little thingies, which I actually quite enjoy to apply with it. I know that's not like the best or whatever, but that's just what I use. See, it doesn't look like much is coming out. Then you plop it down and she's glowy. Look at that. And I'll like bring it up to my eyeball, bring it down here, bring it up here. Oh, stupid light. There you go. You know, up here, down here, up here. Cute. And then I will blend it with a brush. I used to be a one blush, one bronzer, one highlighter kind of person because I'm like, they all look the same. But that ain't me anymore. Tell you what, I've seen the light. Maybe I need to get like a light box. Some kind of setup so that it stops turning literally white when I'm filming, because I don't know how to make it not do that. I mean, it probably doesn't help that I am very white and then I have black hair and wear black and, you know, contrast and things. And then I film on my phone, you know, maybe if I had a camera, it would help. Oh, I think I put way too much on that side. It's okay. Just bring it across. I like to look very blushed. Possibly too blushed. No, it's cute. It's cute. Where did my bronzer go though? Let's bring some of that back in. Let's bring some of that back in. Just one dip. Just one dip. With a little blush. That is a lot of blush. I look cute though. I look cute. And glowy. Look at that. I've had a couple people say or comment on my glowiness on Instagram, and it's usually face products. I mean, obviously, but like my blush especially, I like a glowy blush. This Face Shop one is rather glowy. Also the M Cosmetics, these guys, super glowy, very sheer, which is cute. If you can overuse it, like it spreads a lot, but it's very like watery, you know. Does that make sense? That makes sense. I don't know. It is what it is at this point. So this is like, it's what I do. If I'm feeling like I need more like foundation-y coverage down here, then I will just add a little bit, which I'm gonna do right now. Just because I feel like I want to keep this higher, not so much down here. So I'll just put a bloop, bloop, bloop. lift that back up. Give a little bit more coverage because I do typically get a bit of redness like down here. Bring it up here as well. Just blend it all together, you know. And that's my face. Should I do my eyebrows? Let's do eyebrows. MTF Cosmetics. Oh my gosh, hello. MTF Cosmetics. That end. It's one of those like teardrop shapey ones, but I don't like that shape on my brows, so I typically just get a little sharpener and like make it pointy. It needs to be sharpened, but it'll do for now. Just do a little. Nothing crazy. See if I can do this without having to clean it up. No. I'm going to have to clean it up. This is also possibly not the right shade for me anymore. Got this when I had all red hair, and now it's mostly black. But this is kind of warm. But honestly, it doesn't really bother me that much. Something with the lid on the right end. And then I'll get a little brush, a little teeny tiny, just a little bit of concealer. I use the NARS pot. I like the NARS pot. Just a little bit. I don't know if you can even tell what difference it's making, but to me it's enough to feel better about it. This eyebrow has a mind of its own. Like it's up here, and this one just try and like offset the shape of it a little bit. But it's, yeah, anyway, that's good enough for me. I do want to do my eye makeup, but I'm not going to do that in this video. I don't know if I'm even going to film it. But anyway, thanks for joining me and watching all through that if you did. Sorry for being awkward, but here's my face. I should put highlighter on just for extra glow, because I'm already not glowy enough. Ruvè Cosmetics Goal Getter. I really like this. It's like white gold. It is a loose highlighter though, which can be a little messy, but it's fine. a little bit glittery, but I personally don't care about that. But look, I'm just shiny in the most beautiful way. And I do like some up here. I might have put on a little bit too much. I don't usually bring it down that far because I like my blush to do half of the glowing. It's okay. Yep, that was the last thing it needed. Let's try turning this down. That help? She's cute. She's cute. Anyway, that definitely took longer than I was expecting it to. But that's fine. I can get the lid back on that. Yeah, thanks for joining. Hope that was at all entertaining, or I don't know. I don't know. Bye!